To make atom tiles like these, as a model that represents chemical reactions, follow these directions. The materials you need are a blank piece of paper and a writing instrument of your choice. You may also want a pair of scissors. To store your tiles when you finish, you may want either a plastic Ziploc bag or a paper clip. There are 2 tile symbol options when making your set of tiles. Section 2 guides you to use the pre-printed paper. Section 3 guides you to use a blank sheet of paper. If you have a printer, print the PDF found at the link below that contains pre-printed atoms of each element you will need for our hands-on chemistry lab experiences. If you do not have a printer, no sweat, just go to section 3. To prepare a set of tiles using the pre-printed elements on paper, what we're going to do is to cut just the bottom tiles. So the bottom half of the paper, we're going to cut those as tiles, and the top piece of paper will be used as the holder for all of the tiles, our tiles card. So cut out of the dotted line, and this will be our card holder, or our tile card. And then simply cut one long strip on that line and another long strip on that line. And if you'd really like to, you can also get rid of the extra small little piece here in between. Then put all 3 of the little strips together, and if you have them lined up exactly, the corners lined up precisely, then you can cut all 3 pieces of paper at the same time. Give yourself a stack of tiles. And then take your tiles and put them on your tile card in the correct place, matching the chemical symbols. Because of the way I cut them, they're all going in order. So it makes it very simple to put them on your tile card. You can see we have 5 columns of elements, and then we have 1 column of reaction symbols. If you do not have a printer, simply write the element symbols on the tiles by hand. First, watch the paper folding process. Then pause the video in section 4 that shows the symbols to write in each box. Let's start with a blank piece of paper. You can use lined paper or printer paper. You can use colored paper. Take that paper and fold it in half, hamburger style. Line up the corners, both corners exactly, and fold it in half. Then I suggest on that line, first cut along that line. If you do not have scissors, that's okay. You can tear the paper by folding it several times, creasing it tightly, and then tearing on that cut line. Next, take your half sheet of paper, and we're going to make 3 rows We're going to divide it into thirds. And you don't have to be exact, but try to be as close as you can to dividing it into 3 rows that go across. Then fold the next one down. And what you will have, you can see I'm a little bit off there, no sweat. You can see we have 3 rows going all across. So fold it back up, and then we're going to divide this page into 6 parts. So the way we'll do that is to fold this in half. And at any point in time, if you need to review the paper folding, please just rewind the video. So we fold it in half, crease it well, and then we're going to take this part and fold it into 3 parts. So we'll start at the bottom and fold it up to divide it into about 3 parts. And then we'll take this side, the right side, and fold that over to divide it into 3 parts. Now, why is that helpful? Because that will help put little lines on here so we know where to tear or where to cut. So we can take our scissors and simply cut on that line several times. Then we'll do the other half. Then we'll open up these parts and put them together. So that we have a stack. And once these middle parts are all lined up, then you can simply cut along that crease, and that gives us some tiles, and cut along that crease, and that also gives us some more tiles. Now we have enough tiles to write using our writing instrument of our choice. If you have a permanent marker, that you put some other pieces of paper underneath where you're writing. Write the element and reaction symbols on both of the 1/2 size sheets of paper. Remember to use capital letters for the first letter of an element symbol and lowercase letters if or when there is a second letter of the element symbol. Pause the video on the card that shows the symbols in each box. I'm going to begin, and I'm going to make 1 card, and I'm going to put it up top, and I'm going to write capital C, lowercase a for calcium, and I'm going to do the same thing here, capital C, lowercase a. My next card, I'm going to write a capital N, lowercase a, and a capital N, lowercase a. Again, capital N, lowercase a, If you have a baggie, take your new Atom Tiles card and fold it in half. And slide it into your baggie. Then take all of your cards, stack them up, and slide them into your bag. If you have a paper clip, do the same thing. Fold your card in half, take your Atom tiles, stack them up, and then simply paper clip them to the tile card. Whichever version you're using, you are now ready to begin modeling some chemical reactions using your own set of Atom tiles.